It's useless without a lens. Yeah. Kind of gives the whole essential part of it being a microscope or a telescope. Both the butler, Benjamin, and Cole have joined my order. They're going to support and protect us from external threats. Roxy. Not so innocent in any way. I need a tool to unbend this nail. Got a rope? This lock is in the shape of a dove. A teeny tiny dove. There we go. So this must be the library. Sure is. I have to save Anna before it's too late. So they're planning to sacrifice her. Got the last book. Voila. Don't hold your breath, sister. I'll find a way to stop you. Got a book. We need one more. I don't want to shatter the glass. Maybe I can cut it instead. Nah, that's a screwdriver. It's a fingerprint scanner. I'll find a way to outsmart it. Do we now? And how do we do that exactly? If I screw the handle back on, I can open the drawer. Voila. Got myself a lens making guide. And the last book. It looks like a picture used to hang here. It looks like the other witches have flown off. Yeah. What a smart little Teresa. It's a hookah tongs. Whatever that is. There's enough space for 2 more books. Ah. Got some quartz. Some white stones. Note to self, I could charge something here. I can. I guess we need both the white and the black stones for that board game. Quartz? Don't know. Let's throw in these. Alright. Cover the majority of the board with white stone. Select the white stone and then highlight the square to move it to. Placing a white stone next to a black one will turn adjacent black stone into white. Okay? What are you doing? I'll just box you in. Maybe not. There we go. Gotcha anyway. Got a burner and a diamond ring. Okay, so what do we need to make here? If I had instruction, I could make a lens. It looks like we got this and this. Soda. I guess that's sand. Anyway, we got the diamond ring. That means we can open this one. And then I got a dish. Ah, I found a fingerprint. Now I need to replicate it. And then I can use this here. I let my son die, but my granddaughters won't end up this way. I must pass my gift on to one of them as soon as possible. It's too bad Deborah moved out. It seems Grandma has passed her powers on to Lilith. Evil. Got a stun gun. Calcite. And I got a portrait. All I need is a rope and some boards. It looks like batteries and a charger. Maybe, I don't know. Got the witch figures. Staff witch. Witch staff. And the last dollar bill. Where do I need to use a witch's staff? Ah, the bag, of course. Got some soda and some batteries. They are dead. Another witch. Is this enough? It sure is. There we go. A new functioning winch. No, winch. Lens. An object scene. Ah. Look at this. It looks like we need to find constellations. And let's see if I can remember them all in English version. English words. That must be Aquarius. Ah. It looks easy enough. It's a good thing there wasn't a name checklist. Because I don't know all the English words. Can I move it around? No. Ah. I accidentally clicked this one. The fish. That must be a tiny fish. Leo. Taurus. And the last. Oh, magic. It's got a dove amulet. Another witch's doll. And I got a scoop. That means we're done here. Works like a charm. The last witch doll. And it looks like we got the stun gun cartridge. And some sand as well. So this must be the last part for the stun gun. It is. Oh yeah, we need them to charge them. Why do I have a feeling it's hidden in here? Well, look at that. Voila. Alright, Lilith. Time to meet your maker. When the sliders reach the green areas, select the corresponding emblems below to fight back. If you miss, you'll get hurt. Okay, so I need to reach them, click them when they reach the green areas. Whoops. Oops. Whoops, 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 whoops. So mine are the blue ones, I guess. Unless I'm doing anything wrong. Ah, okay. So I do need to dodge. Look at the lightning show.
The fire is so severe that we can't identify if there are any bodies inside. We did find some fuel, so we think it was arson. Well, as impossible as it seems, this camera is the only thing that remained intact in the library.
Well, I don't know what happened there. Why did Lilith die? Anyway, we got the we got the camera, but I guess that's the story as to how the Crimson Shadow came to be. So that was Arthur in the camera and inside the camera all along. Well, we managed to beat the bonus chapter. Let's check out the collectible, shall we? Let's start off with the horror books. So we got all 15 of them. So supposedly that's some books that I wrote. Memory Shards has only hit the market recently. Ace eerily describes how the main character begins to lose her memory. Well, where had the writer learned how to strike terror into readers using only words? Staying calm while reading this book is simply impossible. Demon Among Us. A famous Hollywood movie star Anna Moonigan is confused and scared. Something terrible is happening to her daughter Ashley. She is experiencing an increasingly strange psychosis. The girl speaks in an unusual voice about things that she doesn't even know of. Anna is convinced that her daughter is possessed by a demon. Midnight Ritual. 3 teenagers go on a hike to admire the untouched nature. They take a shortcut through the forest, but soon realize they're lost. In the middle of the woods, they find an abandoned cabin, with traces of bloody rituals and a hideous stuffed monster in the basement. When they come across the corpses of animals and soon human bones, they realize that they are not alone in this ancient forest, and it's not a human who hunts them. The truth about their stalker is even worse than death. Interesting. Blood Oath. When Anna and Steve Fisher buys a house at 666 Olean Street, they never imagine what terrible secrets hide in the walls, soaked in the blood of innocent victims. Their home in the quiet Saint-filled neighborhood of Barnstable Country had been up for sale for many years because until this day, no one dared to buy it. Night Horrors. It all starts with the frozen and half-eaten corpse of a young woman in the arms of a monster. Scared yet? And we only start describing the novel Night Horrors by Ace. And there's much more blood and gruesome deaths throughout. There are also interesting facts about various types of man-eating monsters, and the plot twist reveals the hunters to be even more horrifying than the monsters. This plot actually sounds quite good. Cursed Manor. Fans of Ace consider this book the most frightening of the entire collection. A strange family moves into the abandoned estate for the winter, and then the horror begins. Ace managed to convey in words the atmosphere of echoing rooms, long corridors, terrifying ghosts, and the horrors beyond. Bloodwoods. Ace considered this novel too scary for most, and so the author didn't publish it for a long time. But readers bought 729,000 copies in the first year alone. The story begins with the Corwood family, a living embodiment of an American dream, who moves into a new house. However, their dream becomes a nightmare when the ancient forest by their new home hides something much more terrible than death itself and even more powerful. Well, Curse of the Cliff? Some people just won't want to double check everything. Journalist Edward Munro had been told many times, don't visit that manor on the cliff. It only brings grief to its guests. But the paranormal researcher boldly decides to check it out and even takes a group of unsuspecting people with him. Who is going to be the next victim of the Bloody Manor? Curse of the Cliff, written by Ace, is a perfect example of classic gothic horror. Harbor of the Dead. It's strange that only a few horror writers have chosen a lighthouse as their story settings, but it's the ideal place for a terrifying tale. It's mysterious and secluded. Ace placed the fictional lighthouse at the Harbor of the Dead, a cursed place that consumes human souls. Who would have thought that a summer picnic would turn out to be a shocking tragedy? The book is very frightening, and Ace managed to add layers of mysticism. Every page will have you flinching from all the unexpected plot twist. No Way Out? A young photographer receives a strange videotape. With a direct warning on its box, it brings death. The tape has already killed 4 people, and it won't let the photographer and his family free if it doesn't find a way to salvation in a week. The famous work of Ace, No Way Out, has made it into a film. But don't let that stop you from reading the book. This isn't just a great horror novel, but also a well-written detective story with psychological drama. Don't judge a book by its cover. Edward Frost is a handsome, educated, and intelligent man. He works during the day on one of the most famous New York streets. But it's only a supplement to his true calling. No ordinary person can begin to imagine what he does at night, even in their worst dreams. Terror from Other Worlds. Terror from Other Worlds by Ace has been republished 4 times. More and more readers are fascinated by the mysterious mirror of the insane master that opens portals to other worlds. With its help, the main character learns about hellish creatures who have experienced the highest pleasure. But have you ever thought that the pleasure of other beings is not quite the same as ours? Ace is great to describe horror and pain. Brilliant Writer. Good morning, genius. This is the beginning of an incredible novel written by Ace. It's a book about the power of word that partly continue the stories of the harrowing Melody novel and echoes one of the author's best works, Bloodwoods. Brilliant writer Edmund Robinson is a rebel and recluse who hasn't published anything for many years. But it doesn't mean that he has nothing to show his readers. Many of his drafts are waiting in the wings. Collections of poetry, story, and even a sequel of his most famous works. But now, the fate of the writer himself makes a sharp turn. Drafts of these books are stolen, and Robinson is killed with extreme cruelty. Road Trip Horrors. It's just too terrifying to travel across England after reading Road Trip Horrors by Ace. Imagine it's not fiction and insane. An insane Ellie really does drive across the country. Hitchhiking men do really disappear after they meet her. So who is Ellie really? Where was she come from, and to whom does she serve? The movie based on this book went to become box office hit. Terrifying Melody. This exciting horror novel is about the adventures of a famous pop musician who makes a simple order on the internet. Even though there are a lot of blood and horror in the book, Ace has left a place in it for true love. Some moments will even bring you tears. Well, some of these scripts does actually sound quite intriguing. Anyway, that was all 15 books. Horror books, written by myself, that is. Alright, let's take a look at the ritual items. Got all 15 of those as well. Alright, let's start. Got a ritual knife. It's one of the main ritual items. The ceremonial dagger is used in modern pagan rituals to concentrate and store magical energy. Ancient manuscript. This old manuscript, or as some like to call it, the Book of Night, contains many spells and descriptions of rituals for all occasions. Some people believe that it can be used to summon spirits and bring the dead back to life. Witch's chest. A mimic. Rumor has it that every witch of the family has a living chest passed down by generations. Witches kept their spells books and unique ingredients for potions in it, and they weren't afraid of it being stolen since the chest could bite off the hand of any desperate thief. Decorated skull. No ritual is complete without this terrifying accessory. For a long time, skulls were an essential attribute of witches, sorcerers, and even an ordinary occultist. Spirit board. It's a board for summoning the souls of the dead. With your fingers on the planchette, spirits will guide it across the board to answer your questions. The planchette can point to an answer with its sharp tip or with a round hole in the middle. Crystal ball. It's a ball made of transparent material that is thought to have some magic properties. It's used for telling fortunes. Clairvoyants can take a glimpse of the past, the future, or other distant places with the help of this ball. Ritual candles. What is a ritual without candles? Ordinary people may not distinguish ritual candles from regular ones, which many of them have in their kitchen cupboards. However, the sorcerer can do this easily. Every self-respecting witch keeps more than one set of ritual candles. A set of herbs: oak, hazel, mountain ash, pine, fern roots, wormwood, mistletoe. All of these plants can protect oneself and are ingredients for creating shielding amulets, dolls, and brooms from evil spirits and spells. La, the witch's cauldron? It looks like an ordinary cauldron, but according to legend, it harbors magic power that allows witches to brew all kinds of potions in it. Just remember the ladle. A Bahamut figurine. It's an idol that has a horrifying inhuman head, curly furs and horns. It's usually decorated with precious metals and gems. Sometimes the figurine has some inscriptions. Tarot cards. A deck of cards used for fortune telling. The mystery of the future can be revealed to almost any person who decides to read the cards. All you have to do is to interpret the meaning of each card. Yes. Ceremonial mask. These masks were worn by participants of ritual ceremonies. Since ancient times, they have been widespread among many tribes and peoples. Ritual masks are made of wood bark, leather, various fabrics, and even bones. They depict human faces, head of animals, or mythological creatures. A witch's doll. It's believed that to summon the spirit of the dead witch, you need to find her personal belongings and use them for the ritual. The witch's doll is the perfect item for this purpose. A voodoo doll. Bat blood. Bat blood is often used in occult crafts. It's been said that it was used to make ink. It's also a poisonous ingredient for evil potions. And the ritual incense. While performing any ritual of ceremony, it's important to maintain the right atmosphere. It's not enough to place ordinary candles. One should take into account everything: lighting, attributes, inscriptions, and aromatherapy. Typically, the air is filled with essential oils or fragrant incense made from various herbs. That was the last of the ritual items. My jaw is almost falling off with all the talking. Well, there's also 15 of these this time. That just means they actually go down in collectibles with the use. Then we have the writer's desk. I guess that's my boudoir. It is. Got all 70 bills. That means we can fully decorate my table here. Let's see what we can get. Mana photo. A telephone. Some glasses. A cup of coffee. A writer's laptop. A manuscript. A trophy. A pipe. Pocket watch. Old camera. Decanter. Ink and quill. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. And the last part. Well, we managed to fully decorate my writer's table with all these beautiful items. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was the first game in this City Legends series. I believe there are 4 or 5 games in total. The Curse of the Crimson Shadow is the first one. Fantastic little interpretation of doing something with witches and horror novels, actually. The main chapter was actually quite good, and I actually enjoyed the bonus chapter as well. It kind of gave us a little prologue, prologue as to what happened and who became the Crimson Shadow. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the videos. Please like and do subscribe to the channel. That will help me immensely. And do check out my playlist section. There's tons of other videos to go rummage through. So without further ado, I will see you next time. And take care.